Someone who might need a cup of coffee is our next guest, Ed Easton Jr, although I guarantee he's jacked up already because it is conference playoffs time. Chiefs taking on the Bills and the Eagles taking on the Commanders. First game underway is the Eagles-Commanders. Ed Easton Jr from USA Today joins us. Ed, a very good morning from New Zealand to you. Where are you? What's going on?
Hey guys, I'm actually I am in New York, but I do want to say good morning to you as well. Big games today, a lot going on. Obviously, you're talking about the Commanders, Eagles, and the game that everyone wants to watch, the Bills and Chiefs. So it should be a fun day.
Talk to us first about Eagles, Commanders. Commanders making it through to this game for the first time in 33 years now since they had a very different name. Where do you see this going? Is this the Eagles all the way for you, Ed, or can the Commanders pull off something quite extraordinary here?
Well, the fun thing is it's really the Eagles' game to lose. You talk about a Commanders team that wasn't expected to be there. This was supposed to be all about the Detroit Lions getting over that hump and pretty much preparing for the Super Bowl. But when you got a team with a rookie quarterback that's playing above anyone's heads and a defense playing as spirited as they're playing, you have a chance. There's always that miracle chance, and it's that time of year where anything can happen. But looking at a guy like Jaden Daniels, who has already proven that he can win on the road, he can win those big games, there's a chance the Commanders can pull off the upset only because Jalen Hurts is playing injured. Saquon Barkley is the key to that Eagles team. If he has another big game, then, like I said, it's the Eagles' game to lose. I
see they've just ruled Jurgens out as well. Cam Jurgens, well, he's in, but he may not play. So another loss for the Eagles right on the eve of kickoff here.
Yeah, that's going to be another tough one for them. And you look at this Eagles team, like I said, they're playing at home. They've lost plenty of games at home in the past, so it wouldn't be that much of a surprise. But when you have all that momentum, you have, the Super Bowl right there, they're going to try to find a way. It's all about Saquon Barkley. If he gets off to a hot start and finishes as strong as he's always done, it seems like this season, then I think they have a shot. But the Commanders, it's going to be a fun game. I think Jaden Daniels just handling Philadelphia is going to be the big story out of everything.
Ed, Ben here, and with a team like the Commanders, this is almost a bonus for them, isn't it? And we know that a team with somewhat nothing to lose is always a dangerous team, right?
Oh, yeah. This is exactly what it is. But they do have veterans on the team. They got Bobby Wagner on the other side. They have Austin Eckler. They got players that have been in the postseason before, that have winning before. But when you're not expected to really do much, it's kind of an advantage because you're playing with house money. So you're just going in there and, you can just go and just let it fly because at the end of the day, you weren't expected to be there.
Ed, another chilly day in Philadelphia, I imagine as well, just above 0 degrees Celsius by our temperature. So what, around about 40 degrees Fahrenheit there. So she's chilly.
Oh, it's very chilly. So here's the thing, and I think that's going to actually help a team like Philadelphia that's going to have Saquon Barkley at running back.
Yeah. You
want to be able to run the football in that type of weather. Passing's not going to be the biggest option. And with Jalen Hurts being hurt, I know it just fits with the last name. It doesn't really help their situation. So I think running the football is what's going to be the main thing today.
Okay, it feels like this game is the game. It's almost the runner-up in terms of the attention of the American public. I know that's not the case for Eagles fans and Commanders fans, but really the big ticket item today is Bills Chiefs. Where do you see this going? Who has the advantage in this game apart from Patrick Mahomes? But what a quarterback matchup for starters.
Oh, this is what you dream of if you're an NFL, if you're a football fan altogether. You're talking about two of the best players of their generation. And you also look at the situation where it's not like Patrick Mahomes is the favored quarterback in this game. Josh Allen could honestly walk away with the NFL MVP at the end of the postseason. So you look at what Allen has done this year already to the Chiefs. He's proven that he could beat them on the ground. He could beat them through the air. He doesn't have a go-to receiver like he's had in the past. Like, there's no Stephon Diggs this year. He's been able to spread it around, different guys, and that's kind of made him a lot more dangerous because you don't know who his favorite target is. Every game is somebody different. It could be Keon Coleman today. It could be Kincaid today. It could be different players. So I look at Josh Allen as being the most dangerous he's ever been heading into this game.
Ed, never this century have Buffalo been to the big game. What's the mentality of their side today?
Well, when you look at the Chiefs, and obviously the Chiefs are trying to go for the three-peat, they know there's going to be desperation from Buffalo. The whole, everybody in Western New York, pretty much most of the country is rooting for Buffalo in this game. So they know that they have to win. And I just think that's that extra motivation, especially being on the road, being in the Arrowhead Stadium, where the last time they played at Arrowhead, that was the last year's regular season game, and the infamous offsides call for the Chiefs that cost them the game.
Oof.
So they know how to win there. And you remember that. It's the Kadarius Toney game. So they know how to win in Arrowhead Stadium. They already beat them once this year, and I believe they are slight favorites going into this game.
Wide right, still ring a bell?
Oh, I don't know if it's a pleasant bell, but it's a bell.
Not, it's a bell. It's a death knell. That's what it is. Patrick Mahomes, we've got to touch on him. He's become the meme, hasn't he? The untouchable quarterback in the NFL. Does this ring true for you, Ed, or is this just people thinking, like, let's just chop this guy down a few pegs?
It's funny. It's a little bit of both. I understand the frustration with people saying the roughing the passer calls in the divisional game against Houston.
Yeah.
Very questionable. People could say, hey, but put like this. If you go by the letter of the law, these are correct calls. But if we're going by just the eye test, okay, this isn't really roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, Mahomes is kind of in that Tom Brady, era right now, where there was a time when Tom Brady really couldn't be touched. He kind of, people would say he got away with a couple little things here and there during the game. It's just kind of what happens. And you see this like in every sport where there's that star player that looks like they're getting this special treatment, even though it's just their greatness kind of showing more than anything, and people paying attention to any little flaw they can try to find. So It's a lot of it just people just picking apart different things about them.
Ed, a lot of the people in New Zealand pick up the narrative of the NFL at playoff times. For the uneducated, are there some subplots or some stories outside the main guys that we should be looking for?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You're talking about some of the players. Everyone's going to be talking about Travis Kelce, of course, Mahomes when he comes to the Chiefs. But I'm looking at a guy like an Xavier Worthy. He has a lot, he's a rookie, and he's really turned it up over the last couple of weeks, especially the whole second half of the season. He's shown to be a good go-to player. He actually comes in saying that he has a chip on his shoulder because I don't know if people remember back in April for the NFL draft last year, he was initially supposed to be drafted by Buffalo, but they decided to trade the pick to Kansas City. He brought this up in the press conference during the week saying that he has a chip on his shoulder because this was a team that didn't want him and decided that they were going to go get Keon Coleman later in the draft. So it's something to keep in mind. He's an X factor. When you talk about Buffalo, like I said, they have so many different weapons. Keon Coleman was a guy I mentioned earlier. I still think James Cook at running back is a guy that they need to pay attention to and what he can do on the ground game. Because, yes, Josh Allen can do so many things, but they have a consistent running back, and he is also an X factor they're just not going to talk about.
So much to sink our teeth into, Ed. Really appreciate your time. You're going to have a full day ahead of you. That is Ed Easton Jr. out of USA Today, talking to us live from New York City ahead of this first conference game. It is the Eagles at their home stadium, Lincoln Financial Field, taking on the Commanders, followed by the Chiefs and the Bulls at Arrowhead. Ed, really appreciate your time, as we always do. Thanks so much, and enjoy the day.
Thank you, guys. A pleasure.
Cheers, Ed.